Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do our Mopar Monday, and as I promised, we're going to do a showcase on the Dodge Daytona. That's why you see all these winged warriors in front of you right now. Just to kind of go over the different varieties of the original style ones. There's a lot of them that M2 makes that are pro touring, pro street, Coca-Cola, and so forth that I don't buy. I try to stick with the original stock Daytonas, and that's pretty much what I try to do with all of my Mopars. Having a set of custom wheels like 5-spokes or something like that that's era correct, that's fine. But for the most part, I like them as you see them here with Magnum 500s, Mopar Rallies, or the Stillies with the dog dish caps, things like that. That's really what I'm trying to keep in my Mopar collection. So that's why I don't have a ton of Daytonas. Now to go over with what they came with from the factory. So you had 3 different tail stripes. You had the white, you had the black, and the red. And the 2 up here with the red, we were going to actually unbox those today. But I figured I would just put them in the case and we'll just go over them. There's no need to unbox them because we're going to do a quick look at both of them no matter what. So this one is from M2 Machines. Now, Greenlight does make a white one with a red tail stripe. And it's a pretty good looking car. It's got Magnum 500s on it. That one I'm still on the hunt for. Try to get it at a reasonable price because it is slightly different. I don't know if it's a black interior or not, but it does have the Magnums instead of the Stillies with the dog dish cap. So this is a pretty cool. And as we know, all the this one had a hood that I had to readjust. I'm not going to open this one because the hood actually was pushed too far forward. It was something to do with the hinge that M2 didn't really do too well in the quality control, and not a big surprise there. So I had to modify the hinge a little bit. It will still open, but it's just hard to get open and hard to get closed because basically it's a very tight fit. There's no gap in the front jamb, as you can see. But anyways, you guys know what they come with. Either they were 440 or Hemi. I don't think there were any with 383s. I may be wrong about that. But if there were, that would be the smallest engine that was available for the Dodge Daytona. But I believe they were all 440s or Hemis. So, and the M2s do have opening doors on some. Now, they do release the Daytona in the Drivers Series, and there are a few that are based on stock cars, and they would not have opening doors if they're from the Drivers Series, nor would they have an opening hood. Now, Greenlight, they only offer the opening hood. This car here I got in a half pack. I don't know why the person did it, but they had a few of these where they cut the package in half, I guess for storage reasons. And I guess they were hoarding them back in the day or something. But luckily I got this one. Very beautiful car, nice example. Had a couple little paint flaws here on the door from the factory. But nothing major. You can see it's like surface scratches if the light hits it in the right way. But nothing that big. I do love black cars with a red interior. I know I've kind of said that many times in my videos. So this car, in my opinion, is gorgeous. Black with the red tail stripe and the red interior. I would love to see somebody release a black one with a black tail stripe. I think the Black Bandit actually is like that from Greenlight. I think it's black with a black tail stripe. So yeah, I'll have to be on the outlook for that, or look out for that. So anyways, yeah, the red tail stripe ones you don't find very often. Just as I said, I know Greenlight has a white one with a red stripe. I think M2 also has a black one with a red stripe. There's a couple Pro Touring ones that are silver with the red stripe, more like a charcoal gray. I'm hoping someday that I can find one. I don't even know if they make it. Silver stock with magnums or something on it with a red tail stripe and a red interior. I got a 70 Charger like that from Greenlight, but not a Dodge Daytona. And those were the only three colors, I believe, in 69 that were available with the red tail stripe, unless you custom ordered it. It was white, black, or silver. Now, the other thing that I've noticed while trying to accumulate these Dodge Daytonas, there's very few that have open headlights. As far as I know, there are only 2 from M2 machines, and that is this guy here, the orange one with the black tail stripe, and then another one I was going to do an unboxing on, but I didn't. I just went ahead and threw it in the case. So we have, and this blue one with open headlights. Both from M2. Greenlight does not offer one with open headlights. M2 had these 2 in Detroit Muscle Series 4. After that, I never seen any more open headlight variants released. Now, these 2 originally were released at Pro Touring style wheels, like Pro Street meets in the back, really wide ones. As you can see, it has the narrow chassis part. These are Greenlight Magnums I put on this one. I just did a total wheel swap on, or just did a wheel swap on this one. This guy here, I did a whole base swap on. And actually, I have the original package for him right here. See, it's Release 4, Detroit Muscle, and there is his original base. And this car here was one we unboxed a while back. I forget what release. It was 30-something in Detroit Muscle. But because the blues are the same, and they both had white tail stripes, the only difference is the Release 4 had the open headlights and it had a blue interior, which I thought was really cool. Because most of the Daytonas I have are either white or black interior. So the colored interiors are kind of rare. So that's what I did with this guy. I took the body and interior from Release 4 and popped on a Daytona chassis with the regular chassis insert on the back with Magnum 500s. So that's another thing, if you guys didn't know, but if you've been collecting M2 for a while, you do know that they designed their chassis with inserts in them to accommodate big tires or skinny tires and such. But if you have a wide enough axle and the wheel opening sets over the edge of the tire a little bit, you can just use a wide axle and it'll be fine. It won't walk back and forth. But if you have a narrow axle that's a little bit narrower, then it's going to walk back and forth. But eventually, I would like to get a regular chassis and put underneath this one, but I'm in no big hurry because, well, they just set in the display case anyways. But, yeah, that was something I wanted to point out. There's only 2 that I know of in existence from M2 machines with exposed headlights. One with a white stripe, one with a black stripe, from Detroit Muscle Release 4. I heard somebody tell me that Racing Champions did make a few Daytonas with open headlights. I don't know. I don't collect that particular model. I don't really have anything against it. It's just that I stick with mainly the Greenlight and M2 machines Dodge Daytonas because they're pretty close to being the exact same size and they go very well with one another in dioramas. But another thing that I wanted to point out, and then we're going to kind of wrap it up here. As you see, well, the one that I have here is kind of a fantasy color. This was for breast cancer awareness, which hats off to M2 machines for raising awareness for a good cause. They've done this a few times where they had a release that was all pink. And this is not an original pink color, nor is it the right year. In 69, they did not have Moulin Rouge or Panther Pink. It did not appear until 70, and I think the paint code was FM3, something like that. Now, this is a little bit lighter. It kind of has like a pearl in it. It looks really sweet, though, with the white top, the white tail stripe, and then it has contrasting black hemi stripes on the hood, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is one of those cars that could have been if they did have that color available in 69, but they didn't. So that's the only oddball one that I have that stands out from the rest because, well, for that type of car, that high impact pink does not suit it. I mean, it suits it good, but it's just not a color you see on them very often. Now, on the Superbird, yes, because the Superbird dropped in 70, and that's when all the high impact colors were available. And if you have not heard yet, Greenlight is releasing a 1/64 Superbird this year. I'm so stoked for that. I hope that they release it in stock form right away in a bunch of different colors. I would love to see that. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see whenever they drop it and see how they're going to offer it for us. So another thing that I've noticed is that the white tail stripe option is a lot easier to find than black tail stripes. I don't know, it's just been that way when I've been hunting for these cars because a lot of the black tail stripes are available in the same color by both manufacturers, like Greenlight and M2. Whereas, like the white tail stripe, you can find multiple colors with that white tail stripe. The black tail stripe, it's on fewer colors. There's a lot of them available, but just not so many color variations from each brand, whereas the white one, I think, has more color variants. But I'll probably end up picking up like 4 more Daytonas to make it an even 20. It just depends what they do drop in the future, too. They may have some really cool ones. There's a couple from M2 that I really want to get from the early releases. It's pre-release 10. There's a turquoise one that almost looks petty blue with dog dish caps and steel rims. And then there's I don't know, it's kind of a weird, like tannish color. Hard to explain, but it's the same setup. It has the dog dish caps, steel rims. Those two I want to get eventually, and I would like to find a black one with a white tail stripe. And as I mentioned, the black Bandit with the black tail stripe would be cool, and put some stock style rims on it. But that's pretty much it for our Mopar Monday, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something, got some information on these cars, and we will be back again on Friday for our Free It Friday. Not sure if we'll be back between now and then, so turn on your notification bell so you do know if we drop something spontaneous. Occasionally we'll drop a couple shorts here and there during the week, and sometimes we find some stuff while we're out shopping, and we'll try to do a video on it for you guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again on Friday. Have a great week.